There's something nobody ever told you about your mind, not in school, not in therapy, not in any book you were allowed to read. A hidden flaw or maybe a hidden design. You think you're tired, burned out, distracted, overwhelmed. But what if I told you none of it is real? Fatigue is not a wall, it's a trick. Your environment isn't neutral, it's a trap. What you call focus. Just training wheels for a darker, deeper state of mind you were never meant to access. This isn't motivation. It's a door to parts of your brain that have been dormant for years. But once you walk through it, you won't come back the same. You'll start seeing patterns others don't. You'll work when others collapse. You'll think in ways that make you dangerous. And those who used to seem smarter, faster, more gifted, they'll start looking slow, because this isn't about doing more. It's about becoming someone else entirely. Part 1. Understand the myth of cognitive fatigue. You've been living under a lie so deeply embedded in your mind, you mistake it for truth. You were taught fatigue is your mind's natural limit. From moment you feel tired, lose focus, or crave distraction, it means you're depleted. This is false. One of the most dangerous psychological traps ever installed in the human brain. Until you dismantle it, you will never access your true intelligence. You'll remain a pawn to your own biology. Listen carefully. Mental fatigue is not a lack of fuel. It's an illusion. A defensive hallucination your brain creates to conserve energy, not to protect your potential, but to limit it. Your brain evolved for survival, not dominance. Its priority isn't making you a genius. It's keeping you alive with the least effort possible. When a task feels uncomfortable, the brain triggers defenses. Drowsiness, restlessness, cravings for dopamine, social media, sugar, mindless entertainment, and self-sabotaging thoughts like, maybe I'm not smart enough. These are not signs of true exhaustion. They're signals from an outdated operating system that fears sustained effort. Why? Because in the ancient world, burning too much energy could mean death. Wasting energy meant vulnerability, hungry, exposed, easy prey. But today, you're not fighting saber-toothed predators. You're fighting for influence, mastery, psychological power. And that same defensive wiring is killing your evolution. The real nature of cognitive fatigue science has exposed the truth. When people say they're mentally exhausted, their brains still have abundant reserves of focus, memory, and power. Fatigue is psychological, not physiological. It's an emotion, not a physical limit. Think about it. How often have you felt too tired to work, but suddenly became alert when something exciting or urgent appeared? Your brain didn't magically refill itself. It was never truly empty. It simply overrode the fatigue illusion because it deemed the new stimulus worth the energy. Fatigue is not a wall, it's a negotiation. And those who master their mind stop negotiating, they dominate. Why geniuses are not who you think they are. When you think of geniuses, you imagine effortless brilliance. But true long-term genius, the kind that reshapes industries, rewrites history, transforms humanity, is rarely the product of smarter biology. It's the product of individuals who break through fatigue, who push when others surrender, who see tiredness not as a signal to stop, but as a threshold to cross. Beyond fatigue lies real power. Ordinary people turn back at discomfort. They say, I deserve a break. I'll do better tomorrow, I'm just burned out. They call it self-care, but the mind that outlasts them, that becomes legendary, sees fatigue as the first checkpoint. When others run, you lean in. The hidden second wind, dark energy activation there. is a second mind beneath your normal consciousness. It does not emerge easily, buried under layers of comfort-seeking and energy-saving instincts. But once you resist fake fatigue, refuse the easy exit, a shift happens, a chemical storm inside your brain. Neural adrenaline, dopamine redirection. Your mind feeds itself energy and sharpens under pressure. What once felt impossible becomes automatic. You enter a darker, more dangerous mode. Hyperfocus, ruthless analysis, relentless problem solving. You stop forcing your mind to work. It works through you. This transformation terrifies those who've never touched it because it shows just how much potential they abandoned. The law of mental inversion. Here's the forbidden law. The real mind is born after fatigue. Every breakthrough, mental, physical, creative, strategic, happens after weaker minds quit. That moment when everything screams to stop is the threshold where the real battle begins. Push past it, and you tap reserves most never reach. Once you access it, you see others differently. Their complaints, excuses, self-limiting beliefs, their chains they accept willingly. But you become unchained, and once freed, you never go back. Fatigue is not your limit, it's your leash. Every time you obey it, you tighten that leash. Every time you resist, you loosen it until one day it snaps. When that happens, you leave the cages built for ordinary minds. You operate in a realm they can't even comprehend. The mind that overcomes fatigue overcomes the world. You have 90 days to destroy the mind. They trained you to protect. You were born into a world designed to make you soft, to obey fatigue, to surrender under pressure. Most never escape, but inside you whispers cognitive overclock. This is a forbidden system for building a ruthless, overclocked mind in 90 days through cold focus rituals, dopamine warfare, and neural endurance protocols. It's not self-help, it's psychological war, and it will change you forever. If you crave dark psychology, ruthless intelligence, mental mastery, hit the subscribe button.